Godfrey has been in the UK since 2002. He was forced to flee Uganda after seeing his friend being murdered.
Guy grabbed his shotgun and put him in the side of the head like this when he was kneeling down. Shot him, get dead, and I said, what is next to me?
Same-sex acts are illegal in Uganda for both men and women, and you could face life in prison if caught. I'm off to speak to a young gay woman from Uganda who's been studying here since 2018. She wasn't out back home, but she did have a girlfriend who is still there. Udea's family in Africa recently found out she was a lesbian and have disowned her.
My big sister calls me. The police came looking for you at home, and please do not contact us again. We asked why they were looking for you, and they explained. You're a lesbian, you people are busy spreading homosexuality around, you're part of a whole group of people, and you know, someone who has been living a quiet life, it hits you really bad. You do not know how to adjust and things like that.
Udea is concerned about her safety if she's made to go back to Uganda.
The Home Office wasn't convinced I would be in danger if I went back home, because to them, if I've lived my life quietly, if I concealed my life before, my sexuality before, then it's possible I can go back and live in another area and conceal my sexuality again. But I don't think that's the case anymore.
Godfrey too says some of the questions he was asked were demeaning and impossible to answer.
There's no way I can prove that I'm gay. Why do you want me to find me kissing with another man so that I can prove that I'm gay?
Over 70 countries around the world still have anti-LGBT legislation, and imprisonment, torture, and even the death penalty still exists as a form of punishment. There were just over 1,200 asylum applications lodged here in 2019 on the basis of sexual orientation, and 462 similar applications were granted right to remain in the same year, but that's 7% fewer than in 2018. Experts who work with LGBT asylum seekers say they have concerns about how some refugees are treated during the asylum process.
We are working with people who've been through a really traumatic past, very often since childhood, very often fleeing persecution or fear of harm by members of their own family. And when they get to the UK and they enter the asylum system, it's quite sad if they don't feel supported, but rather they feel like they're going through even more trauma and even more stress, which is the last thing that people who need our care and protection should have to experience.
The Home Office says it recognises that discussing persecution may often be distressing. They also say that they expect individuals to be able to satisfy them that they are at a genuine risk of persecution in order to be granted asylum.
I'm very, very happy here. Though I have no, I'm still caught in one side, in one corner by the Home Office, but at least I feel happier than staying in my country.
These days, Godfrey is out and proud whilst he waits for the Home Office's decision. And like Udea, until that is made, the prospect of returning home remains. Thomas McGill, BBC London.